Hi everyone. As I actually make this video, I just wanted to actually do a bit of just recap of my thoughts. yeah, I believe that it's pretty late at night, but I just thought that it's good time to do some reflection, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this thing concerning narcissistic abuse in terms of the last stage, being the stage of discard, especially because there's something that I think most of us are aware when we have been in a particular relationship with narcissist. It doesn't need to be a romantic relationship. It can be just like friendship, familial relationships, business and professional relationships, whatever. The thing is that when you have had a relationship with them that has reached the due date, the expiry date, when they can no longer foresee the validity of that relationship or the situationship with you, they will discard you. Okay. Of course, if you are like beating them to the game and you actually discard them first because you know that they are no good and they are up to no good, you will then you will just do it first. But in most cases we know that a lot of narcissists are often very much ahead of the game with regards to their victims or their supply and their obviously the targets, because they have been observing, they know the weak points, and they always choose certain periods to discard. Okay, in my case, for those who are not aware, okay, I was in a particular, it's a very strange kind of like it's not a relationship, but it's neither exactly, is it exact? It doesn't sound very much like just something that is very like a casual acquaintance, which is the strange thing between me and that particular narcissist, that former narcissist in my life. So in back in 2016, that was like the 3 months when you said, oh, they'll tell you, oh, the one thing is that they'll say, oh, no, this is not a relationship, whatever, just trying to test things out and whatever. But and then they will discard you. Yes, once the so-called validity period, which is like 3 months in this case. It wasn't spoken of, but it was something that came very very suddenly after I started knowing some stuff about that narcissist. So so back to the whole thing. This particular discard, despite the alleged shortness of that period when I knew that particular narcissist, 3 months is actually, I mean, it's a very damaging period. Just 3 months of sheer emotional abuse, and there wasn't much of like kindness and whatever intermittent you know goodness, if you want to talk about that. And I mean, the strange thing was, I have friends who ask me like, why do you feel yourself so afraid? You're a big guy, and but I can't realize this. The narcissist, whoever he or she is, will always have their means to try using some form of violence on you. And for those who know what Renee Brown, the coach, has said that the worst sign of, I mean, the best sign or the worst sign, depending how you look at that, that tells you that a relationship or with anyone, okay, especially something that is romantic, whatever, but a relationship or such is not meant to really sustain itself for long. That is actually the point when it becomes really really violent, not so much just physically, but emotionally. Yeah, she was talking about emotional violence. And but the 3 months, I think, and if you just escalate, I mean, just looking back, if you were to just calculate and looking down into the period of the final day of discard, which was actually 28th of July, 2016. Now you can tell, you can calculate, we're just a few days away, and from a so-called 7-year anniversary of that discard. um, they do actually plan everything, and the discard is always the most brutal. It's called in some like circles of psychology the grand finale. Yeah, because they actually, this narcissist actually, they plan it such that it's the most impactful. It was probably made to destroy you. Yeah, to destroy you, to annihilate you. So the thing is this. Okay, I know that. Okay, I'm actually, as you can tell, tomorrow is going to be the morning. Yeah, it's going to be 24th of July, and then at one more day, that's when I get back to work. It's 25th of July. Is that freaking narcissist birthday, which is 25th of July. Remember it. It's like they choose to discard you around special occasions, and everything seems planned. Now in retrospect, I mean, maybe I can be a bit more, self-aware and conscious of what everything was. You realize that nothing is really what seems with these people. Um, they really just want to destroy you. Okay, so and then if you just anyway, that's the thing. But you didn't deserve anything. Okay, whatever you have done before or even after that, like whatever you're going through, whether it's a smear campaign, whatever, you deserve none of that. Okay, that's my word to those who have been victims or who are still being victims of uh, narcissistic abuse. But I don't think that is wise to stay on. And so if it happens, I know that it's going to be really really hard, but the best thing you can do is to totally just block these people, and their common friends and acquaintances with you, because you cannot have common friends with a narcissist. So and yes, their friends are your enemies. Okay, take this, just make this very clear. I actually wanted to actually just flip the focus of this video away from myself to these two icons. For those you all know, this is actually these two icons. One of the Panto creator means the creator of all, Jesus Christ holding the book. It turned out to be a pretty small icon, and then this this icon of the Virgin Mary Panagia, meaning the all blessed, yeah, the all holy Virgin Mary, who was the Theotokos, the bearer of bearer of God, bearer of God or vessel of God. So those who know that my Eastern Christian background or the Orthodox background will know that I mean, I don't really pray to these icons because I mean, I don't think any Orthodox Christian pray to this icon, but they do pray through, okay, believing that these icons are windows that lead us to to further concretize our own faith, because after all, like God was incarnate in the person of Christ, God the Son, so came to save us. So back to this whole thing about why I'm trying to shift this focus away to these icons. I believe that I've told everyone that nearer the period of the discard, I start having certain I mean, it hasn't happened for a long time, but it just came back last year. Since last year, I started having really, really strange, terrible nightmares. Like at least 1 week before the discard date, which is 28th of July. Last year I had it on 21st of July. This year I had it on 12th of July. Yeah, and in those dreams, is always someone trying to hurt me. Yeah, not just hurt, but possibly to unalive me. Unalive, yeah, I'm going to use that one word, which is going to be blocked, or cause this video to be placed on, on this unpopular bandwidth or whatever, yeah. But I just want to say that, it was like after that, those particular dreams, that I started learning, turning more towards my own faith. And I kind of realized this. I mean, I'm not sure how everyone thinks about this particular what I do, how I cope, but I at least I know that it has worked for me. And I pray, as I said, I pray not just the Jesus prayer, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Um, and then also the Lord's Prayer, which is in the Bible. Okay, but now, okay, there's this one prayer in the book of Psalm in the Old Testament, in which King David, okay, he pleads with God to exact justice on his behalf on the evildoers, the evil ones. One way to cope with this, okay, is actually to pray, to read some, yeah, to read, not just pray, but to read Psalm 109, 109, as if it is your prayer to God. I know that this is very rare. I mean, in the Bible, there hasn't been anyone who actually pray like King David to ask for justice. But this is the nature of things. Like one of the whole thing about God is also. I mean, yes, God is a God of mercy. He wants everyone to repent, but we know to that because everyone has free will, and the narcissists, in their most depraved and evil of hearts, they chose to turn against God, and they wanted to destroy and get rid of everyone who could potentially just turn back to God, um, and they want to be on par with God. So, and how can that even be good? They are pure evil. Okay, so there is value to praying that prayer. Okay, one of the words, one of the verses in the particular psalm is this: "May his days be numbered, may another take his place." Okay, this is something that King David was praying, or even bring before God, the Father. Okay, just God Himself, to ask God to remove or to judge and punish those who have done evil before Him, okay, before God, knowing that His children, those who are righteous, are being the chosen, yeah, the one whom He chose and who have responded to that call to be righteous and to be good, that they are being, yeah, oppressed by the narcissist. Yeah, so far my dreams have actually stopped for now. I don't think the intensity is actually as strong, even if they are, I mean, like the one this last few weeks ago. Yeah, it wasn't. There was still at least a sense of release from that particular danger, but still, I know that deep down inside there's some form of there's still residual trigger. I mean, you can't always get rid of trigger, but that when the psychologist used to tell me this, she said, there'll always be triggers, but essentially there's nothing wrong with the triggers. And one of the triggers that she used to deal with me about was like that pageant, the Manhunt pageant that I was in. She said, there's nothing wrong with the pageant. You know that. I'm right. Yes, I know that. It's just the people using it, uh, turning around to make it something, a reflection of you not being good enough, and yeah, and many other things, such as even my engagement in the sport of bodybuilding and everything is like the narcissist will use whatever you are good at, what you're passionate at, with, and then turn it around to be something that is like some sort of a fatal flaw in you or something with you. uh, I know that I think actually more I think more than ever I'm very clear about this, that this is not the truth. There's more to it. Okay, they're using it against you, against us. So anyway, okay, this is just my whole point about I'm rambling off right now. Now that my thoughts are not collected, and since I'm actually thinking about the whole thing with the discard, but I just want to just assure everyone, there's justice out there. Okay, I don't know when I'll see it, and perhaps God doesn't want me to see it because it's actually healthier for me that way. But at least I know that one thing's for sure. I not just me, but many other people as well. We deserve better than all these narcissists in our life. So, and as someone that's acquaintance in the gym used to tell me, if you meet someone who's bad, he was because he actually asked him what's the best way to tell if someone is really unsafe. He said, "Oh, inconsistency, their words and their actions don't match up." I gave him example of one particular narcissist that I knew. And he said, oh, it's a good thing that you knew early on, just months into it, that and then it ended. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really leave, but I was discarded. But the discard always happens for your own good. People should, I mean, we should just realize that. Okay, so anyway, that's it for now. I'll just get back again when I actually collect my thoughts, and I hope everyone has a good weekend anyway. So my weekend this week wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'm preparing for some other stuff, and I was telling my. I recently just broke the news to my mother about some plans and travel plans. So I think I can actually probably just get into doing all this stuff soon, and yeah, and okay, I better stop showing off my guide, because I mean these are really pretty pieces of art. Actually, especially on the left hand side, the one of the Panage was actually painted all the way in Greece. Yeah, so oh yeah, there's one more of the Good Shepherd, but I'll show that later. Okay, anyway, have a good one, everyone, and yeah, I'll see you all soon again. Bye bye.